What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. And today I'm gonna be telling you why me and Edward don't speak anymore and why I don't want to see his face in my life at all whatsoever. But before that, check out the vlog of what happened before I knew about everything, and then at the end you will understand what the heck is going on. What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new vlog. And this vlog is starting up quite late because we were sleeping basically a lot, because we ended up cleaning the house at 3 a.m. in the morning, and now we're gonna go ride the Ural with Edward and hopefully not die. So Evelyn ordered me some sort of a mask, so now I'm gonna look like this. Wow, I look like the Grim Reaper. Look at Evelina. Anyways, let's go because Edward is freezing outside right now. Also, we're gonna record a few things with a GoPro, hopefully. Oh, look, we got Edward right here. Hello. And we're gonna... Oh God, what's going on? We're gonna be riding the Ural. Well, guys, I was driving the Ural, and the thing is, there's some problem with the cylinder. Also, the GoPro can't handle the Russian winters, so... yeah, and we're riding this motorbike at minus 26 degrees. Very flippin' nice. You can see the steam coming out of their mouths. Yes, now I finally got a beard. Evelina also is enjoying herself. Look at Evelina with her nice pink goggles. Oh, helping out Evelina. Very flippin' nice.
Very hot. Oh. Ice?
Cold.
Cold.
Very cold. Yes, it is.
Пойдем в Жигуль.
Так Жигуль-то холодный. Может, дом?
Edward is drifting around in his ladder. Yes, we switched to the ladder. Let's see if Edward is gonna show us a bit of drifting skills. Yes. Oh, very nice. Let's go. Oh my God, too many trees here. Feels very dangerous.
Едик показал место, где он лишился девственности.
Oh, Edward lost his virginity in this forest.
В этом лесу.
Oh my God. With who? Edward had cheeky bomboni time in this forest, and he's very shy to talk about it. He just told us a secret. Guys, don't tell anybody. Edward had cheeky bomboni time with his ex-girlfriend. Oh yes, guys, we got a flippin' cheeseburger. Time to enjoy it. So guys, I'm hiding here so nobody will realize that I'm an American spy here, trying out a Russian cheeseburger. It's actually very good. Bon appetit to whoever's eating right now. Well, guys, I'm working with the development team right now on a game, and I haven't really told you about it, but it's gonna be quite interesting. It's gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you until we have a website running for it, and then I will give you a few ideas, because by the time we have a website rolling, you will like it. So we'll see how it works out. And I've been tired as heck right now. The day wasn't as adventurous today because, first of all, we did drift around in a lot a bit. We got given out that we're drifting at the gas station. Tried to ride the Ural, but it was freezing and the Ural was like falling apart. One cylinder didn't work. So, yeah. Just, I guess, going to be working on the game with the development team right now. And we have a lot of things to do. So as you might have noticed, that was the end of that day. And I was working with the development team on the game. And basically, I did not know any details of what is going on while I met up with Edward that day. So basically, the situation is that, remember New Year? Me and Evelina and our friends went to a New Year's party. And had a good time. You know, we chilled out. I didn't even drink. It was awesome. It was a great time. And it was great, you know. I congratulated Edward for New Year, like my families and stuff like that. I don't even know, like, how to talk about this because this is absolutely disgusting. I found this out yesterday. And that vlog is from like 2 or 3 days ago. You might have noticed I haven't posted for a while because I was figuring some things out. So at 2 a.m. at New Year, I get a message from Edward saying like, "Oh, what's up, brother? Happy New Year. I wish you have all the best, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, okay, so they had a party. They had a few friends. You know, he has like 2 or 3 18-year-old friends. Some of them are 19. And a few of like 16-year-olds. And they were supposed to be having a party over at a small building that they have where they have a sauna. Obviously, they were drinking there and stuff like that, but, you know, not my problem. I don't even know where to start, so my sister told Evelina that she kissed a boy and blah, 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 and, you know, Evelina tried to figure out, like, where it was and stuff like that, just to know, you know, and tell her about all the precautions. And then she mentioned the names of the people that I know that are Edward's friends. So Evelina didn't tell me that night when she found out when we were at my mother's house and in her apartment. And the next day, Evelina before breakfast has told me a story that apparently my sister came over with her friends. Now remind you, my sister is like 13 years old, to a party. Also, you might be wondering, how did my sister even end up there? Well, basically because my sister told my mother that she's going to her friend's house to hang around. And yeah, that's how it was. So everybody is in big shock right now. To Edward's house, where he had 18-year-olds, alcohol, shisha, all that stuff. But I didn't believe it at first. So I called Edward like nothing happened. I told him, yeah, let's go. We're going to be drifting around. The weather is great. But first, I need to collect some parts. So I'm going to pick you up in my car. I picked him up. I drove to a place and I was like, you're not telling me something. And he's like, oh, dude, I have nothing to tell. And then he started saying, oh, about New Year. And I was like, yeah, about New Year. And he's like, well, I got nothing to tell you whatsoever. So I got mad at him. I raised my voice. He shit his pants. He started telling me a story about how he and his friends were sitting around bored and they thought on going on some like Tinder sort of website. Oh my god, somebody's calling me. Hello. Flippin' spam calling me. Some sort of like a Tinder website. So they messaged some girls and they were like, oh yeah, we have a New Year party. Do you guys want to come over? Blah, blah, blah. And they said yes. And during New Year, those girls came, he said. And I was like, all right, so who came? He's like, oh, this girl, that girl, and our friends. And I was like, who else? Because I had suspicion that my sister could have been with those girls. So he didn't tell me. And then I screamed at him once again. And he said, yeah, your sister was with them. So I let them in. I asked him, why couldn't you call me and tell me this? Because she's 13. She just turned 13. She's a little kid. He was like, oh, you know what? I didn't think of it and stuff like that. But what is absolutely sickening is that one of those girls who is, I think, 13, 14 years old, had sex with an 18 or 19-year-old guy. And they were talking about it. And he's like, oh yeah, I had sex with her like twice that night. Could you imagine that? That's some pedophile stuff going on. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know how to talk about this, but they were giving them alcohol, those kids. My sister's friend, she was making out with a guy who was like 16, 17. One of those guys came out into the room with his knob out and started wiggling around the place. My sister started making out with an 18-year-old guy. Could you imagine this? And he didn't even call me. He could have called me and said, hey, look, your sister, your little sister, who's 13 years old, came over. I would have drove straight away, or at least called or got her out of there somehow. So this sick 18-year-old guy was making out with her. Edward told them that it was my sister, and he perfectly know how old she was, because my sister, we took Edward and my sister and we all hang around once. He exactly knew, and he just said, oh, it's Ivan's sister. So the guy was like, oh yeah, don't tell Ivan, he's gonna kill me. And he was right, because the moment I found out from him that it happened, I drove down to the gym where he works out, I took him out and I questioned him. And he's like, oh, nothing happened, but when I found out her age, I didn't... That's a lie. I don't know. There's rumors going around that that sick fuck, there's no way to describe this, right? We're offering, saying like, oh yeah, give me a blowjob and like this to my little flippin' sister. I cannot even describe how mad I am at those sick bastards at that New Year party, because most of them are literally pedophiles, and Edward is like them. Because he didn't even call me, because he knew her age. But guess what? He was pouring alcohol to all of them and stuff like that. Could you imagine how bad that is? First of all, it's a little girl. Second of all, it's my sister and I thought we were friends. I don't know. And there could be, I don't know what's gonna happen next, but those guys are gonna be in big trouble. Obviously, I'm not gonna be doing anything physically, because how stupid is that? To ruin my life over those bastards? They will have to probably go in front of the law. That is also the reason why I didn't have the video out for a while. I am absolutely mad. You can't even imagine how bad I feel about this whole situation. Because first of all, my little sister. Second of all, I feel betrayed. This is just unbelievable. So, yeah guys. This is the reason why you're never gonna see him. Because he's a sick bastard who didn't even think about giving me a call, which is simple. And, yeah. I mean, we had arguments with him before, you know. Not the car crash as you think, you know, but, this is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And the fact that he didn't even tell me and I had to find this out myself sickens me. And that he let some 18-year-old guy touch my little sister is absolutely gross and disgusting. Guys, I'm sorry that this video is like this, but I'm gonna end it right here. Thanks for watching, guys. Love every single one of you, but this is just horrible.